All right, as the DJ said, my name is Brandon, and I've had the... Hi, Kathy! And I have had the absolute utmost pleasure to be Jake's man, best man to this whole process. Jake's man!
Are you sure?
A lot of people have come up to me and asked me, you know, did you know Jake? Were you good friends in high school? Were you college roommates? And even though we're quite young, it's not that bad. Oh, it's not me? It's not me? Okay. Even though we're quite young, Jake being 26 and I being 25, we've actually known each other for over 20 years. Yeah. And we'll get into more of our friendship later, but to start, I really want to take a look at these bridesmaids. Well, Kelly as well, but these four are absolutely beautiful. Look at them tonight. Give them a hand. It's a very humbling experience trying to be their counterparts all day long. All right. All right. I also want to recognize John and Jan Lalan for putting on a wonderful rehearsal dinner last night. Absolutely. It kicked off a celebration that lasted well into this morning. And to Kathy and Charlie Baumberger, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for this absolutely stunning wedding. Your generosity not only blessed Jake and Kelly, but it's blessed every single person who's participating tonight. Thank you so much. And what an absolute awesome God. You cannot tell me that He didn't bless this wedding and this marriage. On Wednesday and Thursday, He opened up the heavens, rained down. The chorus was looking fabulous for all 12 of us on Friday. And then today, He parted the clouds and sprayed sunshine down on all of us who can enjoy this beautiful wedding they put together. What an absolute awesome God. All right. What to say about Jake Lalan? Jake is a very wealthy, articulate, athletic, handsome, and wait, Jake, what's that say? I can't read your handwriting. You know, I was told that as the best man, I was supposed to make the next 5 minutes the most awkward 5 minutes of Jake's life. While on the flip side, the most awkward 5 minutes of Kelly's life will be back at the hotel a little later on when they consummate tomorrow. I'm so glad you laughed. I struggled with whether I should tell that joke or not. Thank you. I appreciate that. But like I said, I've known Jake since we were knee-high hooked up. We were in kindergarten. We weren't in kindergarten together. He was in Miss McGrawley's class. I was in Mrs. Cohen's. We actually met at Desert Foothills Athletic Club soccer team. That's when we first met. We were 5 years old. We were little babies at that point. And then when we were 18, Leela Dolls, we were still playing soccer together on the state runner-up Texas Shadows High School team. Still a memory I'll remember forever. But one thing, Jake has been an absolute positive constant in my life, constant presence. And I'm really hoping that these first 20 years were just the prelude to a very long friendship. Now, if you don't know me, I'm very involved with Christ the Lord Lutheran Church. Ironically, my dad helped build that church, sat right there. Everybody say hi to my dad. His name is Dad.
Hi, Dad.
And Mom, I see my mom there too. I don't want to forget you. Hi, Grandma. Hi, Grandma.
Hi, Mom.
In 89, I believe it was, you know, Bob can correct me if I'm wrong, but 89 is when they built that church. But it wasn't until 4 years later when Jake asked me to attend a church service that I first stepped foot in the CTL. And from then we were inseparable. We went to Sunday school together. His mom, Jan, was oftentimes our teacher. I watched him do his first Holy Communion, and then we were confirmed together in the same confirmation class. And some of my fondest memories of Jake and church and CTL happen to be at the Lenten soup suppers. Now Jake and Ted, thanks brother, my two brothers Christopher and Eric, and most times Eric and Dickie, who we used to call Angelica from the Rugrats. Yeah, we always went there and we would all eat the soup that the congregation brought. Now actually I should clarify, me, Eric, Christopher, Teddy, and Erica ate the soup that the congregation brought. Jake would only eat the tomato soup that Jan brought every Wednesday. Now, tomato soup. I don't understand how you can be such a picky eater and like tomato soup. The stuff is awful. The only way to consume tomato soup is to put it over ice, add some Grey Goose, and a spoon of olives. And I'm not kidding. It wasn't until about a year ago that I learned, because all of us would go after eat soup, we'd go into the education annex and play games. All 6 of us. And you know what? The 6 of us felt like we owned that church. But it wasn't until about a year ago, and Pastor Rob, I'm not lying, I didn't know there was a gospel study after soup. I didn't know there was a worship. And that's not a joke, that's the truth. Now, when you know somebody for 20 years, you get to know them pretty well. And the one thing that I really know about Jake is once he figures out he enjoys something, he tends to dive headfirst into it. The only problem is he normally breaks that ball with his face. There was one time in particular, we were jumping bikes at the Lalan's house. We were jumping off their curb onto their driveway, and it was a nice curved driveway, so the curb was, it was nice, made a nice ramp. Well, this time he was using Ted's itty bitty bike because it was nice and light. It really worked well if you're trying to jump a bike. So Jake, he got up to speed. He was pedaling really fast. When those itty bitty tires hit the curb, the bike stayed still. Jake went head first straight onto the concrete. So we got up. Jake was a bloody mess. We got up, went into the house. Jan took one look, pushed that towel onto his face, turned to us, and politely asked us to go pick up his 2 front teeth, which he left on the concrete. Yeah. The second story, which is very, very similar, I'll let you ask him about this, but ask him later. If you don't know the story, just say, try a flip, Jake. Now, we used to always golf together, Jake and I. Sometimes, Eric would come, Christopher would come, Ted would come. Jake and I have golfed with my dad, Jake and I have golfed with Jake's dad. But we normally went to PV golf course, because junior golfers could golf 9 holes, $5. 18 holes, $10. To be a junior golfer, you had to be 16 years or younger. Jake and I were 16 years or younger until we were about 22. Now, we were always late to our tea time, always late. We always got yelled at. These guys know it. We really did. And we were even late, and actually we were especially late once Jake decided to get his driver's license. Now, another thing about Jake, he was the worst driver ever when he first got his driver's license. I'm not kidding. And the one thing that scared him the most when he was driving, you know what I'm saying? Yellow lights! Yes! That wasn't scripted, I swear. That wasn't scripted. So a yellow light would hit, and he couldn't ever decide whether to hit the brakes or to continue on. So what Jake always did was pull. That yellow light would hit, Jake would slam on the brakes, he'd get a few yards from the intersection, he'd think, oh my goodness, I could have made it. The light would turn red, he'd take his foot off the brake and fly straight through the light. It happened 100 times, I still have nightmares, I'm not kidding. Those are the worst nightmares. Now, we were friends, we were pretty much best friends straight through high school. And then he fled Cave Creek, he went to Flagstaff, went to NAU. Eventually he strayed, and he cheated on our friendship with Danny. It's alright though, we have an open friendship. But still, our sophomore year, I went up and helped Jake move dorm rooms. So I went up there, we got them all moved in, and we're sat outside his hallway, when all of a sudden I hear this person just scream, Jakey! He's like, oh my. And so suddenly some girl comes flying down the hallway, it's about 10 feet from both of us, and just jumps. Arms out, in the air. I was so scared, I prepared for the worst. Sure enough, Jake caught her. Or she caught him, I'm still not sure. So as I'm standing there awkwardly, this person climbs off of Jake's arms, gets out of his embrace, stands up, looks me straight in the eye, extends her arm and says, hi, I'm Kelly. At this instance, my first thought is, holy shiza, this girl is crazy. But don't worry, I got to know her, then I knew, this girl is crazy. But I mean that in the best possible way. She has a positive energy for life that is truly inspiring. She really does. She has a way of connecting with people. Go ahead, give it up for Kelly. at connecting with people that leaves everybody who interacts with her better off for having done so. She has bright blue eyes and a radiant smile. And lucky for me, her handwriting is much easier to read than Jake's. No, I'm only kidding. She has all those things and more. But Kelly, I could not be happier that both of you found each other and committed yourselves to one another. I give thanks to God. I give thanks to God that both of you, or that my best friend, has found somebody of such high quality to spend his life with. Now, when Jake and I had the affirmation of our baptism back in 1999, he read a photo montage of his pictures growing up. He read from Ecclesiastes. There is a time for everything and a season for every activity under heaven. The time for Jake and Kelly's life is now. The season for us, all of us, to embrace and nurture their marriage is now and always. Sorry about that. I love you both very much, and I would like everybody to stand, please. Raise your glasses. May today be the day that you love each other least. May your life be long and full of love and happiness. And may you grow old together, wrapped in a warm blanket of friendship. I love you both. God bless.